That's
I
how he likes
figured
it.
I would say something.
I appreciate that. That's a good plan.
Yeah.
All right, so, um, all right, recap. Last time you guys were here, you followed the Kenku to the mine and gotten in contact with their leader, Ogoj Rohanar, a fully evolved-looking bird person who was closer. Oh, damn it, bird person! Who's closer to an Arakoa than he is to a Kenku. He revealed to you that the Kenku were cursed long ago, and that he wants to use the magic at the base of this mine, known as Silvernote Mine, to remove this curse and restore the Kenku to their previous greatness as a fully intelligent and fully developed and able to fly race of beings. And so he recruited you guys for some amount of gold, which you guys negotiated with half now and half later. He handed over his half, and you guys dove into the mine itself. Coming at the entrance, you fought a few Grick, you got down, and then there were a couple Ettercap that were in your way. And so, upon destroying the Ettercap, you realized that there might be something near, and followed the sound of spiders to your left and found a giant wolf spider nest. Took down a bunch of giant wolf spiders, destroyed their egg sacs, and found an aging cask of ale while the rest of the casks had been broken open. So you took that and beat the shit, killed out so many spiders. It was a fun time. And now you guys are headed down further into the mine. You guys have taken a short rest. You guys have recovered some HP with your hit dice and everything off screen, because that's kind of boring to record. So, and then, so that brings us down to the next level. So as you guys travel further into the mine, you kind of start to feel the air start to thicken, and it's starting to heat up, and you're kind of getting a little uncomfortable, and most of you who know that it's supposed to be getting colder rather than hotter, and then you see a slight glow coming from ahead of you in the tunnel. As you are brought. And as you're walking down, you come across the corner and you see a river of lava in front of you. You guys can see this, right? As global illumination's on, you should be able to... Okay, perfect. So as you look at before you, you see this raging river of lava. It's making all sorts of crazy sounds. It's bubbling and bursting, and this is very active lava. You see some rickety bridges that span the chasm. It's about a 15-foot drop before you actually hit the lava, and... or no, sorry, it'd be a 60-foot drop before you hit the lava. 15 feet would just burn the bridges away. Anyway, but you notice that the bridges are super, super shitty condition, as you see Mage Hands gasps, and he's sort of kind of eyeballing around. He's getting a little worried. The giant dire wolf kind of growls a little bit at the stuff, and Ogoj said, I had not expected this. I did not know this ran so deep. It might be a causation from the magic of this place. And as you look across, the bridges look really exceedingly unstable, and they are about 15, 20 feet across. So a regular jump is probably not going to make it. So you guys are going to have to figure out a way to get across the lava.
Why?
So Visair immediately reaches out and tries to feel if there's any sort of magic with his Arcana ability. You reach out, you feel like this place all around you, there's such a disorienting aspect from the waves of magic that keep pulsing throughout it. You're even starting to feel it a little bit in your hands, which you mainly use as your main source of magic. You see like a little bit of the fur on the direwolf is starting to stand up, and even Shanoth keeps shifting a little bit nervously. Just anybody with you start to feel the magic of this place, and it makes it hard to tell where this is coming from, but you feel like there is something about 60 feet away from you that might be transported. You feel it's some sort of portal near you. You're not exactly sure, but you know there's a portal to the north of you.
I just want to do a perception check to see if I can see anything that looks like it's going to cause us any real trouble.
Okay. You look around. You notice this place is unusually quiet for the rest of the mine compared to the rest of the mine that you're used to. You realize you sense maybe that the lava has driven away things that normally like to live in caves and like the cool, damp, dark places that this mine usually gives them. So you feel like this is probably safer place than most that you would have to worry about inside the mine. You don't feel like there's any creatures. You don't see anything.
Okay. Well, I've got 50 feet of hempen rope. Does anyone else have anything that might be of use for bridge crossing or reinforcement?
I don't know, maybe a ring of jump spell.
Oh,
You
what?
got a ring of... I think that... Oh. Does that give you like a double jump? Like you jump in the air and
Rip
then you use that?
jump, baby squirrel.
He can jump 3 times his normal distance. Bloodscale, okay, as you spit, do your icy spit over the edge into the lava, you watch it fall the 60 feet, and then you hear a as you see a tiny little rock form and then is quickly consumed by the lava.
So I've got an idea. What if we give, what if we give Rithwin, right? One end of the rope, we'll have him jump to the next rock, we'll reinforce the bridge as much as possible, we'll, hold on to the rope as we cross, that way if anything happens, we'll be able to climb it, at least. And then we can keep doing that as long as we have these bridges. That way, if they do collapse, we'll be alright. Just a thought.
Yeah, that was pretty much my idea.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I also have a rope, by the way. I think.
Oh, great. 2 ropes is better than 1.
You guys look over to your giant dire wolf transformed druid, and she whimpers slightly, looking around at, knowing that the bridge is it's going to take a lot of reinforcement to get her across.
You might have to change back, or change into something that can fly.
I don't think she can change anymore today. I think she can only go back.
Since she's unable to speak, but you see her shake her head and then kind of scratch 2 claw marks into the dirt at your feet, and then kind of scratch them out, kind of to try to communicate with you.
Oh, so you've already done it twice, and you can't do it anymore today.
The wolf nods at you.
Well,
Great. How far can you jump?
Let me look. Let's see, as a dire wolf.
Probably far enough, but it would still be a decent acrobatics check or athletics check to make sure she landed correctly.
Yeah.
what if I was riding her and I used my ring of jump spell?
Well, then
Except with the jump.
You'd be like Mario abandoning Yoshi to his doom.
Well, I mean, technically, you might be able to use the spell on the wolf.
It's cast on self
that's
only.
Still shaky as shit. Anyways, either way, if you don't know if a giant direwolf landing on a platform will break it or not.
Yeah.
So we all get across it, tie up the big dog, and then let her try to cross that bad boy. And if she falls, well, she's tied up, right? So
We'll
it's
pull
kind
her
of
up.
like leash up a dog in the back of your truck and then he jumps out.
It could be doable. I mean, I can lift heavy crap. The monk can lift heavy crap.
And you know what? I can cast feather fall on her. That way, if something happens, we'll be able to easily pull her up.
I may also be of service. So a ghost
Oh, whoa,
Rohana
hey,
says
whoa,
from
whoa.
behind you. He's like, I can help.
Bird!
Oh, sorry. Yes, I am still bird-like, as it were. I may be able to help a little bit, maybe one person get across with.
How big
Can
of a
that one
person?
person be the giant wolf?
Unfortunately, no.
Well, that's a bummer. Let's see. Real quick.
How about we do this? Oh no, I'm not completely stupid. So how about we do this? If the bird boy can get me or the monk across with one end of the rope, that way if anybody falls from the bridge, you have one of the stronger fuckers being able to pull you up. And we
I
can just
think that
kind
is a
of daisy
great
chain this.
idea.
And we can still kind of daisy chain this with the giant wolf, too.
I
Yeah,
agree with that, Shanoth says, and he nods his head.
Riftwind can just jump over if he wants.
Ogoj is like, very well, I can do my best. So, with he steps up to you, Bloodskelly says, "Are you ready?"
Yeah, sure.
With that, he's like, "Do not be afraid," and then he grabs you and then twists as you both turn into a very fine mist and reappear on this island right here.
Is my mist like a little snowy?
Yes, his is a black mist, and you're with your white scales. You kind of mix together, looking almost like a yin yang mist flying across the bridge as you reappear where you land. And by the way, can you guys? Here we go. You guys hear the lava? Did that not play when it loaded?
I
It's
hear
too
it.
quiet. Okay, we'll turn it up a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's there now.
Yeah. There we go. Perfect. All right, so you guys are now you and Ogoj are across to that far.
Alright, well, like, through the mist, we weren't really able to take a rope.
Nope, the rope
Somebody
fell
want
to the
to throw
ground.
them a rope,
Okay.
It'd be nice. Just throw it over.
or just have Riftwind jump it.
You can have with
I don't.
Ogoj steps to the side, knowing what's coming.
I'm just gonna get like right there.
All right. Riftwind, do you want to jump it?
Yeah.
All right,
What do I gotta?
Roll me
I
an
gotta-
acrobatics check.
Okay.
Angus is putting in his 2 bits.
Technically, the much lighter wolf could probably make it across the bridge better than the rest of us.
Roll it on your character sheet instead of I don't know why it's rolling for Angus right now.
Huh.
Acrobatics plus 6. That sounds like you though. So it's probably doing the thing where if you're selected on a token and roll. So okay, you make it successfully across, holding the rope, while Visera holds the other end. How long is this rope, Teach?
Shanoff.
Shanoff is holding the other end.
Yeah,
Don't want
So
to
Shanoff locked up.
should be about 50 feet.
Okay, yeah, you guys are good. You said it's a 50-foot rope, TJ?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, perfect. So you've made it across, you have your rope. You guys are feeling a little crowded on this small island, kind of vying for space.
Well, we got Bird Boy with real wings who could probably do something.
Goj gets kind of bumped a little bit, and he flutters off to the secondary one. He flies over.
Okay. Let's see. We
Actually,
could just
hey,
do it
Bird.
Yes,
away.
I have an idea.
yes,
Can he get to the bigger one behind us?
I believe.
Well,
I
like,
can
come
open that
here,
far.
grab the end of the rope because it's 50 feet. We can actually
Yes.
L this around.
Ah, I see. Very well. And he flies over to the.
You have 2 ropes.
Yes,
I
he
could
grabs-
just jump the other side.
He
we
grabs
don't need 2. We have a giant 50-foot rope, which should be enough rope for this entire thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
there's
guys are
only
good.
like 30 feet between the two.
Yeah, so he grabs the rope and then do you wish to anchor this somehow? If I fly, it might
Well,
just
I'm holding my end
perfect.
here, so he can go over here and anchor it.
Perfect. So he grabs the rope and he flies over and completes the L. Although I wish to warn you, my strength is not great as it is with you and the Goliath.
Once we get a few people here and then across to you, we can anchor it differently.
Excellent.
In fact, the elf might want to just jump over there and try to anchor it with you. That way it's reinforced.
I'd appreciate that idea. Riften, you want to jump again? Oh yeah, styling. You make the jump, and now you're getting used to the triple jump. So midair, you do kind of like a twisting backflip just to kind of show off because you're feeling really good with this ring. And you land on the other side, grab the rope, and kind of nod to Ogoj like, "Yes, right, motherfucker, we got this."
Because I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Oh, you rolled a 14. You get a +6 on that, and
yeah.
so it wasn't a nat 20.
If it's a nat 20, the number will be green.
Yeah. All right,
instead
so
of black.
you guys have your rope spanning across. Who wants to try to cross first?
Probably
Before I
we could
cross-
probably have Angus make it all the way, even with the elf and the bird holding that end.
So you
Yeah.
want
Angus.
Angus?
Angus would be the lightest one. He could just like hold onto the rope with his mouth, just kind of use it as line.
So Angus, kind of understanding what your guys' plan is, he kind of he bites the rope, but not enough to like hold on super tight, but just he has it between his teeth as he slowly walks his way across. Do you want to give me a or actually I'll do it for you. What the hell? Where is all my hold on one second. There we go. Angus, do a.
It could be like Angus fell and died in lava. Yep.
No, Angus
That's
is
what the
good.
rope's for.
So Angus makes it halfway across. He's feeling pretty good about himself. And so he kind of looks at you for confirmation to come the rest of the way.
Come on, boy.
Ooh. About halfway through, halfway across, the bridge starts to go out from under him, and he's left hanging by his mouth, by the rope.
Good.
I cast
Look what
slow
you did.
fall.
Look what you did.
Okay,
Right,
he has
we
feather fall on him.
probably don't need that.
He's TJ. I think he's also so he's hanging on with his teeth. He hasn't fallen yet. So
How close is he to the edge?
he's halfway between. So he's probably out of reach for you. Ogoj looks at you, Riftman. He says, "Go, help him."
Okay. Well, yeah.
Roll an athletics check to get to him and pull him back onto the bridge.
Huh?
Wouldn't it
still
be easier
saying
to just have
Angus.
the bird kind of fly and grab him? If he can lift me, he can lift the dog.
He didn't lift. He used a spell with you.
Oh yeah, right.
So as you reach over to Angus and you pull him part of the way back up, but it's just really hard. Give me one more athletics, or just a straight. Yeah, no, give me an athletics check. One more to try to pull him all the way back up. Oh, okay. So as you're trying to pull him up and you feel your strength start to fail, you kind of steel your inner self and you pull him all the way back up and onto the platform, falling back with him, and as he licks your face all over. Super happy to be across and doesn't get burned by the lava. You hear the direwolf from the other side looking over concerned, kind of pacing and whimpering. All right.
Okay.
How fucked up is this bridge now?
The bridge, it lost 2 or 3 in the middle, but it's not. It's still usable.
All right, Mage Boy time.
Alright, I first cast Alter Self on myself and make myself really skinny, just as light as possible.
Okay. Good idea. Okay, I can. I'll allow it. That's perfect. So now as you guys are looking over, you say, "All right," and so you see.
So you turned into me?
Yeah.
You see
What did you do 5 years
Vicer.
ago, maybe?
You see Vicer, and all.
Shockingly enough, is only a 10-pound difference.
Holy shit!
Oh,
So as you look over, at Vicer, you see his face start to sink into itself. His normal fancy clothes start to become super baggy, and his hands also shrink into themselves. Give me an acrobatics check to get across each.
oh, that's not gonna go through. I'm sorry.
You lowered the DC definitely by doing that, by the way.
Cool. Because I have a -1 athletics.
Acrobatics, not history.
Oh, sorry. It was a misclick.
Oh yeah, you made it. So as you see, he's so skinny that you see him walk on almost half boards, and it just barely bends down as he pulls himself across using it. Okay, one more to get across.
Hooray!
And with this, walking on this one, he even lets go of the rope halfway and starts kind of posing and strutting as he's making it across.
Just help them anchor that end, you little shit.
That's not really nice. Oh.
So now
Hold on.
all 3 of you are holding of it as Shanoth looks over to the dire wolf and he kind of...
Shanoth, grab the stupid rat.
Mesnos jumps up onto... Mesnos is actually, Mesnos says, "No, I wish to stay here, and I will cross when Zephyr crosses.
That's a terrible idea, but you can try to
I will hold on to Zephyr. He's supremely
I wouldn't
dedicated to
recommend
you.
it myself, but
Faf just like is you see the dragon kind of like casually flying around the area, just kind of checking things out before it finally wanders over and doesn't apparently
You
grows
grew
inside
2 times yourself.
as he finally
just
makes
got
his way
closer to the
across.
camera.
Yeah. And so he makes it across. So Shanoff,
Anna,
he nods, he hands he puts the wolf oh shit, hold on, this is
yeah, give it the rope. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. Put a knot around. Try to lasso.
he ties 2 knots in the rope, putting enough so she can grab between them with her mouth.
Right here? Are
Oh,
these
what?
stalactites?
Yes, they're small stalactites and big rocks.
Can't you tie it to a stalactite?
It might.
No, because if we have to pull up the wolf, it's better to have the wolf at the end rather than have it be taut.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so with that
If I have to
Shanoff,
make a strength check to lug the wolf up because it's a 60-foot drop because I spit off the side to check, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier if I can just yank the rest of the rope rather than have to yank the rope with it stuck to a fucking stalactite on the other side and the wolf's just dangling in the middle.
Fair enough.
so as the wolf is holding on, Shanoff starts to make his way across. Being a monk, he's super nimble on his feet, but he's very serious, so he takes it step by step and makes his way all the way across. Before he moves all the way across, he's like, do we pull the wolf now? That way, if she falls, both of us may pull her.
Do we have enough room here? Because I don't think we do.
Bring a fair point.
Ooh.
So he's going to continue across. Easy. So with that, he grabs onto he kind of nudges a Goj out of the way, who accepts it, because he knows he's a bird man with bird muscles, and so he allows.
In bird culture, that's not a dick move.
That is not a dick move. So now you have Shanoff anchored on the rope and Bloodskill anchored halfway across as the dire wolf.
I'm gonna pull back. Hold on, I need to not do that. I'm gonna pull back ever so slightly, just so there's more room on this platform.
Okay. What did you draw? Who?
I accidentally did that.
Oh, that's okay. Here, actually, we can use this for reference. There.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, and then as you're getting ready to, you see Mesnos. To your surprise, he pulls out like this little rope made of like grass and different things that he's been woven together, and he kind of runs it around the giant dire wolf and like straps himself to her. So he's he was prepared for this. You can tell he's been, maybe there's more to this
everybody.
small rat than you originally thought. So with that, the dire wolf, known as Zephyr, is going to make her way across. So
Want me to do it?
Just do dex checks.
Just straight dex this time?
She's not trained in acrobatics as a wolf.
No, you have to do it then, because I don't have access to the dire wolf.
No worries, I gotcha. Yeah, because in her dire wolf form, all of her acrobatics kind of go out the window. Alright, so.
Wolves are pretty dexterous.
Oh, fuck. Alright, so as she starts across, the bridge cannot take her weight, and she starts to snap.
Fast as fucking possible.
Give me a strength check. Or athletics.
Featherfall anyway.
No, Featherfall will help. Trust me.
Featherfall. Okay,
will help.
you cast Featherfall.
Yeah.
That greatly reduces the amount of work that Bloodscale has to do, which is good because as you start to pull the rope is falling. So Shanoff will.
Help pull.
Don't worry.
The other side, like,
he will. So as
here.
as you start to, you're actually getting pulled closer and closer to the edge as Shanoff tries to put his back into it to help. And Shanoff, the anchor, starts. He maintains and holds it. Give me another strength check to try to pull her up. He holds you in place, and with a sudden surge, you pull on her. With the slow fall, makes it super easy. She actually goes over your head, super slowly, and now she's kind of floating up in the air, like kind of around here-ish. And so she's about 20 feet above you because you pulled so fucking hard. And now
Is she at least above a solid platform?
Yeah, she's above the platform, and she's
Really?
slowly kind of descending from about 20 feet.
Okay, how
Shannon,
long is
just-
this descent gonna take? Real quick.
It should take about 10 to 15 seconds.
Okay, can I try to get across first?
Yes,
And
you
we
can.
just
Roll
make her over.
roll an acrobatics check.
Wait, why can't Shanoff just?
Because the rope's too
Because
long, the
I
rope
have that
is going
right-
to...
I
Yeah.
have that end of the rope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, so, yeah, let's see an acrobatics check from you.
I thought it was athletics.
Or athletic. No, it's acrobatics to cross, athletics to pull. Yeah, I'll let
Mother dick.
just because it's a rickety bridge, it's better to be dexterous with this one.
Well, I'm fucked.
You're good. So as you make it, you come across Shanoff pulling the entire way, and then give me a strength check to with actually, and then Shanoff will help you, so you have advantage to reel the dire wolf in before she hits the easily. So you reel in this giant floating dire wolf who's slowly like looking super panicked, along with her little rat friend who's strapped to her.
Maybe you should have just jumped if we were gonna do that. Would have been much easier.
And then you guys
You were gonna be a
realize
balloon today. What did you?
you still have a good little bit to go.
That's fine. Same formations.
The
right.
dire wolf can jump that far, though, right?
The dire wolf,
Maybe.
Mm,
Well, Featherfall probably.
with Featherfall, it's a very light DC. So yeah, I'll go ahead and roll. I'll roll a Dex check for her, which did not go well as. Okay.
We still have the rope attached just in case.
So the rope's still attached, and you see she leaps high into the air, knowing that the Featherfall will help her as she kind of drifts down. Agoj and Faf both fly across, kind of being done with this whole lava bullsh. And
Move the rat too.
yep, and Mesno's still strapped to her back.
Okay. Well, now this is good because the wolf has one end of the rope still. We still have the other end, so we can still help people across.
Hey, I'll go
Exactly.
first.
So yeah, I got the shit.
It was acrobatics time.
Yep, acrobatics, and yours is still a low DC because you're still a little stick man.
Skinny bitch.
Skinny old man.
Oh yeah, you go across so easily. You could practically have rolled. Where'd you go?
He's under me.
Oh, okay,
Boop.
there you go. Okay, all right. So you make it across super easily. Riftwind, you also kind of just you just jump straight across with your ring, smiling all the way, loving the feel of being able to just vault these distances super easily. And then Angus kind of looks around. He like shakes his head.
Just got
He's
hit with a gong.
he's not excited about this, and he goes for his it's his little dash across. Let me find his. All right, here we go. Oh, did you ever? Oh, perfect. Yeah, so Angus, yeah, he kind of knows what's up this time. So instead of grabbing it with his teeth, he kind of like straddles over it and kind of like does a hilarious across. And about halfway through, he finds a solid board and jumps across it, kind of trying to emulate his master's sweet backflip. And he gets a nice little spin in and lands on his feet. Shanoff, do you wish to anchor? Or shall I?
Go, monk, go.
Very well. And so Shanoff is gonna make his way across. Okay, yeah. So again, very carefully, very studiously, he makes his way across pretty easily. And then he
Get
grabs
ready
the
to
rope.
pull.
He grabs the rope, and then he kind of nods to you.
Fuck.
And you stroll right across. It's this last bridge seems a lot more solid than the others.
Woo! We did it.
Sweet. And you guys you guys successfully made it across the lava pits. And all of the mysterious bridges and whatnot. I have to grab one thing from the background. Make sure her tokens are. All right, and then so as you guys you get across, you're like, that was close. And you guys are all starting to actually sweat from the heat now. As you look around, you see kind of like what used to be clearly an abandoned camp, and it looks like it was abandoned super fast. There's like all the bedrolls are still laying out. They weren't picked up and left behind. There's a fire pit with a cold fire and rocks around it, and then you see like something caused people to run the hell away from this super fast. So noticing the heat, your barbarian starts to kind of like blast a little icy mist over you guys to bring down the temperature. It smells really like dragon breath, and it's pretty bad. But you welcome the feel of the ice. Poking around, Riften, you kind of see stuff. You get really interested. You swear to God there's something on the wall, and you just keep staring at it, trying to figure out what it is. But there's nothing there after a few minutes of. Using your Arcana, you reach out and you kind of feel around you. Do you want to use Detect Magic as well, or just Arcana?
What about Investigate?
Investigate. You're using your Arcana to investigate. It's just you rolled kind of low, so I'm giving you the option.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll use Detect Magic then.
Okay. Go ahead and hit that beautiful bean footage. All right, so as you reach out, you feel like the tingle or something, so you concentrate extra hard, and then you feel yourself being kind of almost pulled over to the fire. As you look down and you see there's a bag of coins on the ground. You pick it up and you find it's full of mostly regular coins, but sorting through it, you find two. That really they feel like they're full of magic, and you're like okay, and nodding to yourself, you kind of feel them more, and you know this one. It's similar to ones you found earlier. You found two more mass cure wounds, cantrip coins.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, fuck.
So go ahead and add those to your inventory. Anyway.
Trying not to metagame, but I just play so many video games. You're tossing heals. Dark Souls all over again. Fuck.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
This is like just having the boss music turn on. Like,
oh man, I should find that as boss music. As you're going around the Mesnos, he kind of unstraps himself. You see, he's fastened himself a small sharpened wooden stick that looks kind of like a sword, and he just cuts his rope off of himself as the harness, and then he collects it back up and puts it into a little bag that he's fastened for himself. You notice Mesnos has been scavenging things here and there and kind of building himself almost like you notice he's gotten more dexterous as he can stand on his own now on his back 2 feet. He's looking more and more humanoid as things go on. He's still the same size, but you can tell his control of his body is coming back into it. He's really getting used to his new form. How far away is Jess? Do you know?
Depends how soon she gets here. I have no fucking idea.
Okay. Well, all right. So as you've made it across,
I have an idea with that girl?
I thought I'd ask. Hold on one second. I've got to do a few things to make, because I have to. It's very hard to plan for you guys what forms and stuff you're going to be in and all that stuff. So I got to copy and paste your tokens real quick. So they're going to be grouped together, but don't worry. Yep. Because I'll try to do it as fast as I can. Okay. That will put you there, you there, you there, you there, you there. All right, so what's that?
Just said 15 minutes.
Okay, perfect. So, as you guys go on, you feel like the heat of the place hasn't really dimmed at all, but you notice as you're looking around, the walls are a little, you can see more and more of the veins of silver kind of showing themselves a little bit as you're walking down through these halls, and the heat is still maintaining itself. And then from above you here...
Ooh. Okay, no, keep going, sorry.
No, if you want to do something, now's the time.
I was just going to see if any of the veins looked really good with a perception check.
Yeah, go ahead. Hit your perception check. Good enough. All right, so as you go on, you notice one vein is like a good foot wide, and like 3 inches thick. You know, if you could probably with a few swings get a little bit of silver out of this.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. So as you guys keep going, the heat building and the waves of magic that you all have been feeling start to hit harder and harder. Even you as a barbarian, you're starting to feel in your throat and in your scales the pulses. You can feel them slowly, kind of hitting you. The direwolf starts to yeah, it is. You start to feel like magic acid reflux almost. The direwolf, you see, she's starting to her hackles are standing up. She's getting really kind of perturbed. Ogoj starts to he's looking a little worried as you notice his eyes are starting to glow a little bit. TJ, your hands.
Bird, what is this?
Your hands almost feel like they're going to sleep. The magic is getting kind of that intense. Even you, as a ranger, you feel like you can almost see a magic line connecting you to Angus. Like you can almost feel it, and you can almost see it. You feel like you could put your hand between it and you would feel it, but you can't. In poor Mesnos, you see his Mesnos and Faf both. They're kind of like almost glowing. They're so uncomfortable with this magic pulses. And then you start to hear from the cave above, "Help! Help! Help! Hello, adventurers! Help!" And then, so Shanoth is getting kind of worried. He starts looking and he said, "Shall we hurry?"
Yeah.
So you guys, you guys start to pick up the pace. The direwolf, the monk, and the barbarian all kind of leading the way. As you guys turn the corner, you see a pit of lava. In the middle of it, you see 6 trapped Kenku. None of them with the hoods of anybody that you would recognize. You know they're not your friends, but you know they are there. Stealth as everybody rushes ahead. Riften, you kind of stand back into the shadows and meld into the wall. You look around and you hear all of this horrible murmuring in a language. Let's see. Actually, you know what? What does any of you speak?
Music is a tad loud.
Also, is this room lit? You can't see much past the...
The music is perfect.
Bring it up a little. The room is perfectly lit. You can see in the middle of... You can't see anything, did you say, Teach?
Okay. You have vision still, like it's dark vision. It's not lit.
Yeah. You know what? I'll give you guys big vision on this, because it's more fun that way. The rule of fun. Okay, so as you walk in, you see the 6 Kenku. They're all panicking, and they're trapped on this little island in the middle of this. There's lava under them, and it's the glowing from the lava is far, far below them, but you can see the glow of it still as chains are seemingly holding up this island in the middle of this pit. Around it, you see all of these troglodytes, these kind of sinister-looking, kind of almost fish or it's like salamander-looking creatures. They're savage. You guys know these. Usually, you wouldn't expect to see them in such a place because they're just brutes. Let's see. Do any of you speak?
What are they called again?
Language. Troglodytes. You know what? It doesn't say what they speak. So, just in common, you guys hear, they're all laughing. "Get 'em! Fight 'em! One shall win, some shall die!" And then, as you look back to the middle of the island, you see a risen ghoulish figure kind of stomping and trying to catch the Kenku as they dodge around, and their little bird forms jumping in like almost half flights. They're super panicked, and you hear them all screaming out for help as they're trying to dodge desperately and not get killed by this ghoul. As the wolf enters the room, and they all, like the 2 closest to you, look over and yell, "Intruders, they have come!" And then they start racing towards you guys. Let's all roll initiative.
Damn.
You're gonna have to roll for the wolf, unless it's Jess's initiative.
We'll use Jess's initiative. I think of initiative as like a mental thing.
Roll a 10 because I can't select the wolf token to do the thing.
Oh, that's okay. All right, let's do. Okay, it didn't
And
actually.
I had.
Hold on.
She
It
rolled
didn't,
a
Sorry.
10 and I had a 5, so it took over mine.
okay, hold on. It didn't grab anybody's, so I gotta fill them in real quick. Nice, an 18. Why isn't it showing up? That's super weird. Hold on. There it is. Okay. 18. Vicer, did yours go? Okay, Vicer, I got yours. And then the monk. I didn't forget him! Although he's not feeling particularly. Okay, so. And then a Goj needs one. And then. You know, I'll give Medicine. Why not?
Oh God, that's a lot of people.
Good guy, we rolled really low initiative compared to those lot of people.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So first up are the 6 Kenku, and so they're going to spend their time just trying to kind of dodge out of the way and everything. And you know what? 3 of them have short swords, which as they jump out of the way, they're going to keep trying to attack. Holy shit!
The stupid bird crit.
Holy fuck balls! That did some. You're kidding me. Okay.
As the DM has to fudge some numbers behind the screen in order to make sure that the birds don't kill something.
So, as they're jumping around, you see, like, Algoj yells out to them, "Coordinate! You're better than this!" And so the Kenku, they all start to, like, kind of move together. One runs up, and he, like, stabs his short sword into the center of the ghoul, and then jumps back as another one comes and puts a deep gash in its arm. The other one goes on over, hits it from the other side, gashing under its other arms. The ghoul's arms are now useless as he's trying to just chase them down with bites. Bringing us to the first troglodyte. So this troglodyte's gonna run over, and I gotta get up his character sheet again because it went away. There we go. I cannot believe that little bastard crit. Alright, so he's gonna make a multi-attack against Shanoth. Go for a bite attack. So as he snaps it at Shanoth moves. Shanoth, the living monastery. He kind of deftly moves out of the way, and then he's gonna try to hit him with some claws. He's not gonna do that. Fine. Okay. So and then after a bite and then 2 missed claw attacks, he finally gets a good bite in on Shanoth's arm. Shanoth kind of growls and bringing us to the next troglodyte, which is going to run up to the giant wolf and do the same thing. We go for a bite attack. So we'll say C is... What is this giant wolf? C is direwolf. Direwolf. Okay, so it bites in, and but he just barely misses as he goes for the bite. And then he's going to go for a claw attack. He's going to miss with his claw attack. And he's going to miss with his other claw attack. All right, Riftwind, it's your turn. You are stealthed in the back of the room.
All right, I'm moving all sneaky like.
Yeah, y'all are Super Snake.
You're so sneaky that the music can't even find you.
Yeah, you know what? Let's get some bad music going. It's officially started. That let's do this. Okay, so So Angus, oh yeah, bites the shit out of this troglodyte, doing 9 piercing damage, and then the troglodyte's going to go for a strength saving throw to try to not get knocked prone. So as he bites into the thigh of the troglodyte screams out as he's pulled down a little bit, but he wrenches himself back up as he comes and gets hit right in the face by your short sword. Go roll damage by the short sword. 6. So total of 15 damage, and he is completely effed. So as he gets pulled down, he comes back up, and you just cleanly slice his head off with the short sword in your left hand. And that brings us to another troglodyte. He's going to start running up. You hear him, "No, brother!" as he runs forward. He's going to make that fire. Brings us to Visair.
So I'm going to use Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Which is 3 different attacks. It's I hurl 3 rays of fire. For each of them, I need to make a ranged attack.
Yep.
What do I roll for that?
Ranged spell attack. I believe it is in. Let me pull up your character sheet. Make sure I don't BS you on this. So if you on your character sheet on spells, I think there's your spell attack bonus is 5. So you roll a d20 plus 5. Let me see if there should be somewhere to click for that on your sheet. I haven't done a lot of casters, so let me check. Let's see. So you said you want to do Scorching Ray? Or not,
yeah.
Or Scorching Ray. Okay, so. Okay, it's set up. So, because it added the plus 5. So you just click. So the first one, go ahead and roll the first one.
But I can't take the one that you did?
You can take the one I did, fine. There's a lot of troglodytes to go around. So, go ahead and roll damage on the first ray.
I'm sorry, let me double check. That's 2d6.
No, just click Scorching Ray in the side.
Right. I forgot that this is all set up nice.
Boom. So the first one hits. It sears across the front of the troglodyte, who screams out in pain, and he like staggers. But that's the one you want to hit. Perfect.
Sure. Which is?
There's the one I thought you were going to go against this guy over here.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll do both. We'll be this.
Okay, so the first guy you hit, it sears across his chest, and then he kind of shakes it off and looks extra pissed at you. Go and roll the second attack. Oh no! In your character sheet, if you look, it's actually under your. So go to core, and then you see Scorching Ray is under your attacks. So you click there to roll the stuff. Yeah.
That's weird. Okay.
So go ahead and click that. There you go. That definitely hits. And then so click the damage on it. And the second ray, the first one slashes across his chest. The second one hits him and right to the left of his hip, and burns his leg completely off as he hits the ground, and he's looking super rough. He's just he would be bleeding out if you hadn't seared his wound shut. He's looking.
All right,
effed.
I fire again at him.
Okay. This time you miss.
But don't I have advantage? He's
From what?
flanked, and he has one leg and is prone.
This guy over here.
No, this guy. The guy whose leg I just burned out.
Yeah, no, that's this guy over here. You hit him with 2. And nearly killed him. But you know what? Since he is prone, I will give you advantage. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh yeah, and then so as he props himself up on one arm, he's like, "Arrgh!" He starts to scream at you as you fire one right down his throat, burning down his insides, and he's gone. That brings us to a Gauge, who he kind of steps up and he says, "No, my people will not fall to this." As he let's see, what does he want to do? Let's see. So he targets the ghoul in the middle, and then he casts Hold Person on him. Oh, wrong place to click it. Wisdom saving throw for the ghoul. Now I gotta grab the ghoul. I'm sorry. I should be faster at this by now. Luckily, the ghoul doesn't have a whole ton of wisdom. So. Yeah, no. With that, you see the ghoul who's been struggling around. He's looking pretty rough, and he gets frozen in place. And then that will bring
Ghoul's
us...
having a rough day.
I mean, if he's frozen, those Kenko are just going to rip him apart.
And then that brings us to the next troglodyte's turn as he starts to run up. And then now it is the big old dire wolf, known as Zephyr's turn.
Probably just gonna bite at the one directly in front of her.
Probably gonna bite. So she snarls and goes for the bite. Oh yeah, that definitely hits. So she bites into the troglodyte, who screams out in his little weird voice. And he needs to make a strength saving throw. And she tries to pull him down, but he manages to pull himself back up as he takes... Holy shit. She pretty much... The only reason he isn't dragged prone is because as he pulls off, most of his flesh from his thigh comes off in her mouth and actually pulls off up along the side of his body too, all the way up to under his armpit, and he's looking super rough. Brings us to Bloodscale.
Is there a safe way for me to get here on this one?
You can get here safely, but not here, because...
I don't want to be that close to the pit.
Yeah, good plan. Yeah, because here you'd have to go through the troglodyte, this troglodyte space, and he'd get an attack of opportunity on you.
Is there a bull rush in 5th edition?
I don't think he's spec'd into it yet.
Honestly, I would take the attack of opportunity at this point.
Okay, he's gonna go for a claw attack on you then.
Okay, well, very first thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rage.
Yes. All right, mark yourself as raged, and
I'm gonna get here and he can swing at me. I don't give a crap.
He hits. You take 1 point of damage.
Fancy.
Well, he's looking super effed up anyway, so he instead of like really hitting you, it kind of just like he puts his arm out and you run across and you notice his claws kind of scratch into you. You're like, the fuck? As you get ready to do your turn.
I have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have any way to just knock this guy into the pit?
Yep. Just give me an athletics check. And if you get a certain DC, I will let you fucking throw him into the pit. Good enough because you have pack tactics advantage. I'm gonna give you because technically it's an attack. So as you actually, you know what? It's low enough. I'm gonna give him a strength saving throw. Okay.
Fine.
So as you go to shove him, you get him almost to the edge, but he grabs at the chain and shoves you back.
Just realized these things look like battle toads.
A little bit. There are literally like I'll show you some things later that are fucking hilarious. All right, so then the other troglodytes, they all start to move in. Oh, he almost fell in there. And then Mesnos, I gave him a roll, but he's just gonna stick in the back here for now. So things are going well. Brings us back to Shanoth, who, let's see, he has 40 feet. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Shanoth is going to run up, and he's going to make a Kurosagama strike on this troglodyte. Oh yeah, that'll definitely hit. He'll take 6 damage. And then it's going to be a strength v strength. Ooh, okay, and then he wraps him up in the Kurosagama strike, and then he tries to pull him, tries to grapple him, but he breaks out of it, and then he's going to do one quick unarmed strike against him, as he can. That hits, okay. And he punches him in the face for another 2. You see, like, one tooth kind of just pop out of his mouth. Bringing us to one of the later these troglodytes are going to start moving in. The ghoul, he's going to try to make his saving throw against the being held in place by Ogos. Where the fuck? Too many windows open. There we go. And that is a wisdom saving throw. He's definitely not going to make it. He's held in place. Brings us to our other troglodyte. He's going to run over. And then these two are going to run over. And that brings us back to the fucking Kenku. Okay. So, one has lost his sword because he embedded it in the ghoul's chest. But the rest are still going strong. Really. Uh-oh. Did I lose somebody?
No, he added somebody.
Oh, perfect. Hey, Jess. Oh, that was weird. It gave you this really high, weird sounding voice.
Yes, it does that with Skype. You gotta disconnect and reconnect, remember?
Oh my god, it sounds like a fucking Galaxy Quest character.
Okay, so that one's gonna miss. And that one's gonna hit. God damn it. Okay. So, the ghoul who is being held... Oh, wait, no, they have advantage. No, that's still what I missed. Okay, so, the ghoul who's being held in place isn't moving at all, as one of the Kenku just in a panic runs up, Wah! And he totally misses. The other one walks up, and he just kind of looking at the ghoul, he's testing it out, and he just sinks his sword deep into the chest of the ghoul as well. Ghoul is looking super rough with two swords sticking out of him. And that'll bring us back to a troglodyte.
Anyone here, Jess?
Just barely. It sounds like she's coming through your mic, actually.
No, they can't.
Oh. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I see. Alright. There we go.
Right now.
Does she have an inline mute on hers? Like one that's on the cord?
No, it's her webcam.
Oh, okay. Oh, sometimes with Blizzard, go to settings and then test mic. Sometimes, for some reason, that helps a lot with the stupid weirdness.
Can you hear me?
One more time?
Can you hear me?
Yes! Yeah, I can hear you. Oh.
Much better.
Can you hear me?
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you're good to go now. Oh, perfect. All right, so... which is good, because the troglodyte right next to you is going to try to attack you.
Oh, good. Okay.
So he's going to go for a bite attack. Oh my god, he actually hit.
Really messed him up.
Yeah, you've basically ripped off
looking
most of his meat. Alright,
Oh,
so...
I was hungry. Is this like a lizard dude or what?
Yeah, he's a troglodyte lizard dude, so he's going to... Let's see what your EC is. 14. Okay, so... he gets a bite in you, and then he swipes at you with both of his claws. He misses one, but he hits you with another, so he does a total of 9 damage, 3 piercing and 6 slashing to you.
Alright, so... 9...
Yeah,
Can I count?
You can count. You're good. All right, and then that'll bring us to the next troglodyte that's next to Bloodscale. He's going to go ahead and try to make a multi-attack against you. He's going to go for the bite. He's going to miss. He's going to go for the claw attack. He's super pissed. He misses again, I assume. Let's see, what's your AC?
Actually,
Yep.
so
I go... No, I go with... I judge Antizan rule of the player. So...
Alright, cool.
That misses, and then the next one... Oh, this one hits. So you can see he bites at you and misses. He swipes at you and misses, and you're kind of getting a little cocky as he swipes you right into the side of the head where your ear would be. Kind of gives you a little bit of ringing, doing 6 slashing damage, reduced to 3. And that brings us to Riftwind.
It keeps my rage going.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Cool.
Nasty.
He's gonna
Never
bite.
again.
Hey, let's go. Which one do you want Angus to bite?
Well, the one in front of me closer to the pit has more hit points, if that helps.
Okay.
This one will die.
This guy is going to get an attack of opportunity against Angus if he goes there. Just so he's going to throw his little claw attack. It's not going to hit him anyway, so you're good.
This guy here has a lot of hit points.
Yeah. All right, so that will hit. The troglodyte's going to do a strength check to try to stay standing. He ain't making it. So you as you hit the troglodyte, you drag him. You see Angus kind of wrestle him to the ground and drag him prone.
Oh god. Oh god.
Take his booty.
So you're hitting this guy.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Alright, so as you see, he pulls him down. You step in and then just bring your short sword and cleanly take off the head of the troglodyte in between everybody. That poor bastard never stood a chance. The head kind of rolls under under your dire wolf friend, and that brings us to Vicer.
He just makes me look like a bitch.
Take 2 steps forward.
What's that?
I said I take 2 steps forward, I take aim at this guy right here, and I cast Ray of Frost. Might as well slow these guys down.
This guy here, or this guy?
This fellow in the back. Wait, the one you're on now. Sorry, my
This guy.
computer's...
Okay, no worries. What's the spell range on Ray of Frost?
60 feet.
Okay,
30
perfect.
feet.
30 feet. Oh, 30 feet, you can't hit him from there. You can hit
Get over
this.
to the right one.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
get
move
over
all-
to the right one more behind Riftwind, you can.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, God, wrong.
I got you, buddy.
All
Alright, go ahead and roll the attack.
Wow.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and hit the damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that what is this one here? Oh, it's +1 from your ring. So that hits him in... Let's see, Ray of Frost, does that do that in... What are the effects of that?
The effects of Ray of Frost are as follows. A frigid beam of blue-white light streaks forward towards the creature within range. On hit, it takes 1d8 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn.
Perfect. So he is slowed the F down, and he took a lot. You see as it splashes across him, he's trying to fight it. The ray just kind of digging into him, and you see he's getting like a freezer bird looking thing on his chest. As your own little flare, you put a V in his chest, laughing quietly to yourself.
Aha!
Let's see what's going to be a good one.
That'll be my turn.
Freeze him. Okay. Perfect. That brings us to Ogoj, who's going to keep his concentration spell, holding the ghoul in place. And that brings us to Troglodyte guy over here next to Shanoff. Oh, wait. No, is that the one? No. Double checking. Okay, yeah, that is him. So he's going to go ahead and make a bite attack against Shanoff, the living monastery.
I like how the phone guy has like the back pain symbol.
So he goes to bite and he misses and bites his own lip, and he starts to bleed from that in his own fury. I'm gonna go for a claw attack, and he misses super hard. You can tell Shanoff is kind of playing with him at this point, and gets a little cocky as one of the claw attacks digs into him, doing 10 damage.
Hot fuck.
Wait, that can't be right.
I think he would
Holy
use his monk's thing to shrug off some of the damage.
That's it. That's actually a Goliath thing, but that's a good point, because he has the
Shit.
Goliath stone. Let's see how many hit points. Yeah, he does. I just realized he doesn't have as many hit points as I thought he did. All right, so what the heck is that thing called? And did Jeff put it on this thing? No, he didn't. No. Oh, I don't think he. Let's see.
I think Stone's Endurance, I want to say it was.
Oh, his AC isn't correct. Hold on. It's his dexterity and his wisdom, so he should have a 14 armor class, not a 12. It's still hit, though. Yeah, it's Stone's Endurance. So he cuts it in half to only 5 damage. I knew it, but I was going to see if it was in the thing. Alright, so that brings us to big old dire wolf lady.
Okie dokie. How far can I move?
You can move 40 feet.
So I totally got that.
Yeah. Easy. Gonna go for a big old bite attack.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I gotta pull up all my things.
I got it up for you if you want me to roll it this turn while you're getting it up.
No, I already have it. I just need to
Oh,
find it.
killer. All right, you got it then.
Yeah, I clicked the button.
Hell yes.
I'm the one who pushes the button.
Oh yeah, that hits. So as he manages to barely catch Shanoff, who like suddenly is much harder than he was a second ago, and so he's then as he's pulling back his claw, he's kind of like laughing a little bit, and you grab onto his arm and you twist your head, throwing him into the pit as he dies. And you hear him scream and fall out
Take the
of.
blood.
You just hear. And he's dead. He gone. Bloodscale, you up.
Alright, this guy here can snipe at me. I don't care. I'm gonna go get in this guy's face.
Cool. Since he's prone, he's going to make it at disadvantage. And 13 does not hit you, so you're good. Go ahead and make your attacks.
And we're just gonna, Ooh,
Who?
one of them's just out of range.
Oh, okay. That hits.
It damn well better.
How much? Jesus. Okay. So as you, so in your rage, you go past the poor little prone guy. He swipes at your legs, but you just stomp forward. You let out kind of like a as you pull your axe back, and the troglodyte kind of throws his arms up over his head as he's going to try to come down on you as you're running towards him, and you just cut him in half. The top half of him falling into the pit. You hit him so hard, and the bottom half just falling over. As it brings us to one of the troglodytes' turns. So this is the frozen guy. Let's see. How more can he move? I just suddenly forgot because I wasn't bad. 30 feet. Okay, yeah, so he can only move 20 feet.
Actually, I think it technically does one more point of damage because I'm raging, and that's not calculated in the roll.
Oh, that's you cut him in half. You're good.
Okay,
so
rage. It doesn't. It actually does. It says 2.
Damn. Yeah, no, you.
Plus bonus to damage rolls. So.
Oh man, he did. He extra dead on a scale of 1 to.
Putting that one out there so everybody knows.
Perfect.
Fuck shit.
So this troglodyte actually starts to. He's gonna run up and you hear, "Brother, no!" as he runs up, and he's gonna try to avenge his friend by biting you. He's gonna miss with his bite. He's gonna go for a claw attack as his jaws clench around nothing. He missed with his claws. You kind of like dodging out of the way. The last claw though catches you under the jaw, doing 2 points of slashing damage. Total five total, down to 2. Yeah. That'll bring us to Mesnos, who kind of like he's running after Zephyr in a big direwolf form, but he's super small, so he only makes it that far. Shanoff's turn as he runs. Let's see, I'm pretty sure that's. Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, no problem. So he's going to run up to this guy, and he's going to spend a key point to do Flurry of Blows with his Kurosagama. So that gives him 2 Kurosagama strikes.
Just subbed her toe.
You okay there?
Ooh.
First one hits. And then second one hits. 5, 7, 8. And then he's going to go for 1 unarmed punch. Hits. And so as he hits with the Kurosagama, wraps it around, digs in the bladed scythe and punches the bastard in the face. And so then he's going to try to hold him in place with the Kurosagama with his strength versus the troglodytes. And the troglodyte kind of shakes off of the chain, but he's looking pretty messed up. And that brings us to the ghoul, who's going to try again to move or do anything cool, like a ghoul should be cool, but he's just been messed up. Oh, man. This ghoul was supposed to be a threat to these Kenku, just so you guys know, and he's not. Okay, so he finally breaks out of his hold person, but that's his whole turn doing it. What was that?
Is there any way we can get over there, like climbing over the chains or something?
You guys will be able to figure out a way, yeah. All right, so this troglodyte's turn. He's gonna run up and he's gonna try to attack you. Mr. Bloodscale with the bite and the claws and the... Okay, so the bite actually hits. And he's going to claw attack you. That's not going to hit. And he's going to go for another one. So, I mean, that doesn't hit either. Oh, wait, do they have pack tactics? They do not. So he has no... Oh, but you are flanked. Kind of. Yeah. You know what?
He's gonna hit me with everything.
He's gonna run to here, but that gives you an opportunity to attack roll, an opportunity to.
I don't think it does because he's staying in the space to attack me.
That's true.
That's fair. Yeah, he's not moving through your. I was just thought since he was moving through this space, which you could attack him. Anyway, yeah. So
he's still in the zone.
All right, so that gives that'll be 6, 11, 16 damage total to you, reduced to 8 because of your rage. That brings us back to the freaking Kenku. Only one Kenku still has his sword, and I swear to God, these guys are awesome. You're kidding me. Does that hit? Does that hit?
Do it!
Holy shit, okay. Alright, so the ghoul shakes off his held person, and the last Kenku with the sword runs up, he's like, ah! And he shoves his sword directly upward into the brain of the ghoul, killing him.
That's some good birdage right there.
Good rescue we've done.
Oh, fuck. Alright, that brings us to the troglodyte.
At least we know they're self-sufficient.
Yeah. This troglodyte's going to run up and try to get some attacks on Mr. Shenoth. That does not hit. That does not hit. That hits. Okay, so he takes 6 slashing damage as the troglodyte goes for a bite, misses, slashes, misses, and goes for another slash, which finally hits the Man Mountain, bringing us back to Riftwind. Your turn.
Jesus, sigh.
Yes, and you have major advantage on this troglodyte because pack tactics and he's prone. Oh, yeah. So the troglodyte prone, he looks up and Angus, before you can even tell him to do anything, bites him by the neck and then just sort of he shakes him a little bit and you see the light kind of leave the troglodyte's eyes as Angus drops him over the edge. He slides out of your sight into the massive pit.
I don't know why, but that just made me think of Joanna the iguana from Rescuers. She just kind of kicked the edge off the cliff.
Oh, that's funny.
Wow.
You're short. Yep, you're flanky, so that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. So, you kind of walk up, and as you go to swing, you're kind of like you're using your right hand to swing, but it's kind of you've got the your big guy in the way, so you kind of just barely nick him, cutting off one of his little head fins, and he's kind of screams a little bit about it, but it didn't do too bad. Oh, all right, that brings us to Visair.
All right.
Well, no.
What's that? Was there something else you wanted to do, Ed?
Ed? Riftwind, you done? Sorry. I just assumed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think I could do anything else.
Not really, though, but you sounded like you were going to say something, so I just wanted to check, make sure.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to explain this to my cousin.
Oh, okay. You're good, then.
Okay. Let's do another round of Scorching Rays.
All right, hit it.
We're going to start with this guy right here. Sorry, little spinny leg. This guy right here.
Perfect.
Shabla-
Okay. Yep, that hits. 120 feet, damn.
Blue.
So as you burn off a good portion of his back because he's not facing you, and he screams and he turns around looking at you as you fire the second ray.
Sorry, +1 damage from a ring. The ring's not coming through in that.
Oh, that's okay.
We'll do a second one right at him again.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
So,
Jesus. Okay.
that's actually 16.
Okay, so that, you know what? So as he turns to you, looking at you, fire again, and it goes right through the chest of the troglodyte, burning all the way through him and hitting the troglodyte behind him, burning him all the way through, killing him as well. You have one more scorching ray.
I guess.
You can also you can also move back and use the rest of your movement. You've only moved 15 feet, so if you want to move over to the other guys and see if you can hit them, it's 120 feet. Never mind. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to move at all. I doubt this whole map is 120 feet.
Probably have a better angle there, anyways. So
Yeah.
that it doesn't like hit us.
Yeah, you're good. So you can go ahead and scorch your frosty guy.
Shablaya.
That hits. Roll damage.
And the Shablui. 6.
Damage. 6 damage. Oh, perfect. So as you burn through the other two, you quickly look around. It's really weird. Nobody's really looking at you, but you do kind of like this gesture with your finger as if you were spinning a gun in it, and then fire again and just blast off the tip of that Riftwind had just of his head that the Riftwind had just cut off. You actually disintegrated on its way to disintegrating the head right eye through eye on that poor dead troglodyte as he kind of sizzles and falls over dead. Bringing us to Ogoj, who does a misty step, and he's gonna go up to this island.
Wait, do we still have one troglodyte?
Yeah, but he doesn't
Yes.
get to go for a while. Dire Wolf, it is your turn.
I don't think he can make it, or at least have room to attack.
Yeah,
What,
no,
I
he's-
can only go how many feet?
is you can 40 feet as Dire Wolf?
Double
Or
if you
50
run,
feet,
right?
50 feet, sorry.
Double
can
if you
double
run,
that
but
by
then you
running.
can't attack.
But then you can't attack.
Okay.
And you don't want to like do a direct line like that. Because you can't go over the pit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go around the pit. And
So you're gonna go, let's see, it's 40, and then... Yep, you're
Yeah,
perfect.
It works.
That's good. All right, and that brings us to Blood Scale. Roll
that's
that
how much
beautiful
my
head
fiance
footage.
amuses himself.
All right, yep, that is gonna hit. Roll that down. Yeah. You're getting kind of practiced at this. You've noticed the weak points on the troglodyte, and so you kind of reach back and then swing forward, hitting him. And your axe goes all the way through and like kind of hits against the wall, and like he kind of looks at you confused, reaches for you as as his top half of his body slides off to the ground. Oh, I should have said, how do you want to do this? But I figured that'd be a good way.
That's good enough.
All right. So as you finish him off, you hear from the middle, "Help me, throw me the rope." Ogoj is yelling out to you to help get the Kenku, who are completely unharmed, off of the island. You also notice there's big chains and everything, so do with that what you will.
Can I inspect the roots of the chains?
Yes. Go ahead and do an investigation check. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. I have a bunch of Pathfinder stuff in my head too, so if investigation, yeah, okay, perfect. Oh yeah. So as you're looking around, you notice the anchors on the wall and the anchors on the little island are all extremely solid. You even kind of suspect they might be dwarven in make. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Well, at least those are solid.
The ghost kind of comes over here to try to catch anything you throw.
I have an idea, actually.
Okay.
'Cause I too have an explorer's pack, so I should have rope as well.
Yep.
Yep.
I want to tie the rope to the end of my pickaxe.
Okay.
I'm going to tell the bird to back the fuck up. I'm just going to toss my pickaxe over.
Okay. Roll a strength check. Should be pretty easy for you.
There'll be gold in these hills. Gold!
Good. Okay, so as you throw the pickaxe across, it hits and lands dink right there, almost perfectly.
Grab the rope quick, it's going to poof.
Gosh runs up, he grabs it, and he's like, and then he kind of hooks it into the loop holding the chain in place and kind of ties it off super securely.
Okay. So he took the rope off of the pickaxe, right?
Yes.
Okay, because the belt of returning is going to poof that pickaxe right back.
Yep, and it did. Yeah, it would have left the rope there then. So he ties it off. It's all super secure, and then so the Kenku are each gonna. Do you want to help the Kenku in any other way get across?
Well, I'm going to go over here, tie the rope pretty taut into one of the back anchored links over here.
Okay.
Make it nice.
Kind of like a bridge, so you can hold onto the chain and move across with their feet on the rope. Just so I'm visualizing it correct. Okay. And then anything else you guys want to do to help the Kenku across?
We can do multiple ropes.
I mean,
I'm gonna do a perception check on these hall things to make sure nothing is there.
Okay. As you stand next to him, you don't hear anything that... You don't really hear anything. It's kind of just calm and quiet, and after the chaos of everything, it's almost comforting to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You guys want to do multiple ropes? Because I don't think...
yeah, here's my rope if you want to do your neat trick again.
So the Kenku all back up, and so does Ogoj, and we are prepared.
Oh, wait, first.
Somebody's cat is having fun. So, I see spit. So as you spit, you listen and listen and listen and listen and listen, and you finally hear a very, very faint. Roll a perception check.
Yeah.
It's that deep.
Yeah, well, it gives me enough information being that deep that even if I fuck off on this, I'm going to be fine with my pickaxe.
Yeah. Okay. So
works.
eventually, after and you knowing exactly what you're trying to find out, you count for 20 seconds before you hear the very slightest.
Sweet.
It's super
my
deep.
Pickaxe will be fine.
All right. Go ahead and give me a strength check to throw your pickaxe.
Whoopsie doodle.
Good enough. As you throw it to the side, Argoj grabs it and ties it. He just holds it this time. And as he's holding the pickaxe itself, and it disappears from his hands, and he grabs the rope as it almost slips out of his grasp, and he kind of nods to you as your pickaxe
last time.
returns to you. And then
I'm just gonna find something like a stalactite or something that looks good, tie it off.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm gonna hand the rope to Shanoth over here.
Shanoth anchors himself, and then so Ogoj helps tie it around one of the Kenku as he grabs one and Misty steps it back. You see both of them disappear. They turn into mist.
They can do the bridge thing, and we can still pull one over just in case.
So the first Kenku, he ties the rope to himself, and he's gonna try to... Okay, so he makes it across, but he's kind of shaky. It kind of wobbles back and forth, a little bit like you do on those things, but he makes it across to the second one.
I'm going to take... Because he had one rope, and he tied it to himself and brought it over.
Yeah.
So before the next one goes, I was going to toss it back over.
Okay, perfect. He catches it, and that gives him advantage on his roll, so he makes it across pretty quickly. Go ahead and give me
We're just going to do that back and forth.
Okay, give me 3 more strength checks, just real quick. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Good. Okay, so the Kenku all have advantage on their cross. Made it. And made it. Okay, so now all of the Kenku have made it across. As from behind you, you hear some more chittering, and this sounds familiar to you. You hear, "Hello, adventurers. Hello, adventurers. Hello, adventurers. As the Kenku that you had that kind of brought you into this situation, they've been quietly following you, but hearing all of this racket and fighting and Kenku, they also come into the picture and kind of walk their way in and get settled. You now have 10 Kenku with you. Along
Jesus
with
fucking
Ghost.
bird Christ.
Honestly, I did not expect you to get 10 Kenku, but
You didn't expect the
These
Kenku
little-
to fuck up that ghoul either.
oh, they fucked him hard too. Like if that ghoul would have gotten like just a little bit of anything, he would have done some. But he didn't. He never stood a friggin' chance. So that's good for you guys. You know.
All right, smart bird. Where are we going?
Oh yeah. Do you guys want to take a quick break or keep rolling?
I gotta go in like 45 minutes, so
We should probably
good.
keep going.
Okay. So. So as you guys, do you guys want to take the left tunnel or the right tunnel?
That's why I'm asking the bird.
As you guys goes kind
Smart
of
bird.
smart burb. He walks up. He walks to each entrance individually, and you kind of you feel the magic pulses begin again. Like they'd fall into background noise as you were in the middle of a fight, and you see he kind of reaches his arms out, and he kind of shifts one way, he shifts the other, and he says, "We should take the right tunnel. It will lead us to the source."
We're taking the right tunnel.
All
let's do it.
So as you guys make your way out of this chamber, you feel the temperature start to finally cool down a
Is the
little
tunnel
bit.
big enough for the direwolf to get through?
Yes, yeah, they're all are. It's hard to
Making
find
sure.
maps of proper
I
size.
know. Just might as well ask.
Alright, so I'm gonna group you guys together so I can copy and paste all this shiz again. But as you guys are walking through, wait, is that another one? Shit, hold on.
No, there's Shanos in the bottom left.
Okay, cool. No, I'm trying to get all the Kenku right now. Alright, so
I kind of want to make the Kenku stay. Have the bird tell them to fucking wait.
I do not feel comfortable with them being here alone. More troglodytes might come for them. I really want to keep them with us.
Swear to God, if you stab us in the back and I have to kill a bunch of birds.
The last thing I would ever put in danger is my race's future.
Just remember, you have hollow bird bones.
Just remember, the only thing I have, the only wish I have.
I'm not threatening you. I'm just making sure you know the pecking order. As a bird, you should know that pretty well.
He kind of chuckles at the pecking order. He's like, "You have no idea." And he kind of nods. He like appreciates your joke, and then he's like, as long as you also understand that where I come from and where I stand, I think we can move on as allies and friends still.
It's good enough. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Alright, so with that, you guys start heading down the tunnel, and the ungodly heat is finally started to fade. Like it's starting to actually become a little bit chilly, and you start hearing the drips of water as you're getting cold, like into the darker, and it's getting colder, and you're starting to really feel the tunnel of it. You see, more silver. This time you see like even like a little, chunks of silver have been thrown and abandoned on the side, as if people were mining in this direction and suddenly fled.
Yes. A little loud.
I'll be right back.
Okay. And then I'll do some filler while he's, so as you guys keep going further and further, you feel it start, the dampness really is getting worse and worse, the further and further and deeper down you go. The darkness becomes slightly oppressive. You guys are going for, 1 hour.
The deeper I go, the wetter it
2
gets.
hours. What's that?
So the deeper I go, the wetter it gets?
God damn it.
The colder it gets too, so, yeah.
So I'm the only one that's happy.
Yeah, you're perfectly comfortable in all of this. You're actually feeling compared to the heat, which was damn near killing you.
I don't know about you. I have fur.
Yeah,
that's
you're
true.
you're relatively unbothered. Like you know, you and Angus both are kind of just kind of
wolves.
strolling by. TJ is gone, but you can see the your mage friend starting to. He's pulling his cape closer to himself. Agoj, you see his feathers kind of ruffle, and the Kenku kind of like pull their hoods closer to themselves. As the dripping of the tunnel and it gets colder and colder, and where the hell is my brother? And
I'm right here.
oh, you're back?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then, so as you guys you come into a path and see an underground river running across, and running across it are two bridges. Can I get perception checks from everybody?
Oh Lord.
Okay. Visair, where's yours?
It's loading. Sorry.
Okay. And then Riftwind.
Pinwheel going. Perception is always.
You're kind of more concerned about keeping your cloak around you as it's pretty cold. You're not really paying that much attention. You trust the party around you for it. And then Riftwind, can I get yours? All right, so you guys start. It's high enough that you all start hearing breathing coming from ahead of you, and it sounds like more than one thing breathing. What do you guys want to do?
Let's see.
Trying not to
Let's
use
see,
that
closer?
thing. I can kind of see.
I vote for.
You guys can move
blind
closer,
attack,
yes.
Just like I'm just gonna run in swinging. Can I do that, or do I gotta roll initiative?
You're a bit squishy
no,
for that, but I mean, go
you-
for it.
You can do whatever you want.
I gotta roll or something, right?
Well, you don't know what you're attacking. You have to be able to see it
Bring-
first. So you need to move forward in the cave.
Right.
And,
Well, that's why Angus is going first because he can see it.
Oh, can
Okay.
I actually?
you can't go. Hold on, buddy.
Music's a little loud. I can't hear anything.
Sorry, hold on.
That looks like a Kenku to me.
Okay, hold on. You're just free moving, and you're moving through walls and shit. So hold on one second, you dipshit.
Get back.
All right.
What are you talking about? I don't see walls.
There's walls right next to you, where it's dark.
You can't see
you
them.
know?
You just ran into it, took 5 points of
Shallow.
damage.
Whole thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is my map not good enough for you? Okay, so as you go forward, you're gonna have to go.
You don't see the fog of war, okay, but I only see the edges of that, and that does not depict me how deep or how tall the wall is, or hole, or whatever.
You're in a goddamn cave,
Hey,
dipshit.
Shut up! Put
Okay,
it back
so
and let's go.
What's going on?
Can I ache forward in stealth?
Yes, go ahead and roll stealth. Okay, good. Good to know. All right, go ahead and roll. Go forward. You move forward you can move forward 50 feet.
All right, so right about there.
All right, so roll a perception check.
The direwolf's not doing vision around it either.
Okay, I'll go ahead and grab that.
Why is my perception so off? My
It's okay,
passive
you didn't
perception
need-
is at 13.
You didn't need a whole ton. So across the bridge from you, you see a hydra. This thing. It's this beast with many heads, most of which are all wrapped around each other, sleeping. But one head is up, kind of looking around, surveying the area, as the other heads are kind of like, like almost a woven pattern, like some of them snuggling into each other deeper as they sleep. Soft snores and breath coming from them as the one head keeps watch.
Well, I don't like that.
So I would like to eke behind this thing
Okay.
so that I'm blocked from his sight, just in case stealth isn't enough.
Okay. Go ahead and try it.
I use my ring of telepathy to reach out to Zephyr and ask her what she sees.
So you hear in the back of your mind,
Answered.
you hear in the back of your mind, what do you see? And you can think back to him. You realize that this is a telepathic communication, and you can
Okay.
respond.
So I think of blood scale with a lot of heads.
So in your coming back to you,
Apparently-
because the dire wolf has limited communication abilities, you just see blood scale with like a bunch of heads. But she also got past that most of them are on the like sleeping, but they're all like kind of just laid over like sleeping as the one head is looking around. You're a little confused, but you know that it's something big and scaly with many heads.
Oh lord, there's something big and scaly with a lot of heads. It's probably a dragon? Or a man. It's probably a dragon though. Can I do a history check to see how much I know about hydras?
Do you have a? Let me see. Do you have any knowledge or? It should be more of a nature check. Go and give me a nature check.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you think back and you're thinking of things with a bunch of heads and things like, and then you remember there used to be this story in your village about a thing called a hydra, and you remember that it was this thing that would just terrorize an entire village, and it usually lived in wet areas and protected swamps, and there were people who even told you never to go in this lake south of your town. It was Corvin Mill Lake, and it was notoriously deep, and you knew there was good fishing, but you were told never to go there because there was rumors that one of these beasts lay there.
Okay, do I remember anything about the creature though?
About the
weaknesses,
creature
strength.
itself, you know what? Yeah, you do remember a little bit because it was a really good tale. Like they got into some serious detail. So let me go ahead and close a few things. All right. So you remember that they're almost always hungry, and you know that the heads individually, each one of them bites out and attacks. You know that if you do a lot of damage to the Hydra all at once, you can cause the heads to burst, but you don't want to do that. That's what you remember.
So if we do a lot of damage to the heads will burst?
To
That's
the
bad.
to the Hydra itself, and that's bad. Yeah.
Okay. So we should be focused on its body.
Yeah. What do you guys?
Is he
wanna do?
sharing any of this information with the rest of the party yet?
Yeah, I would be sharing all of this.
Right, just quietly. I point at Birdman.
Okay. Ogosh nods to you.
I point that direction.
He
and
nods
I do a
again.
nod or a shake head. As like, do we have to go that way or not?
He nods very reluctantly and kind of gives you the. Sorry, man. Look.
Okay, I'm still gonna. I'm just gonna put my hand to like try to hold everybody off.
Okay. They all hold back. The Kenku have kind of
Because I
moved
roll a
over to
pretty
be closer
decent
to you
perception.
guys.
Do I see the other like little pathways?
Yes. You guys see both of the bridges, and you kind of you know kind of what you're looking at.
Because I just want to make sure that we're not gonna get pincered.
Yeah, and then yeah, you're good. You see those.
Well, I mean, how well do I see them? Because like my vision in here is crap.
You see, you know that there's the paths, and you know they don't lead to Hydras.
All right, so which one did we come down?
You guys came through this tunnel.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly actually walk this way.
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
That's gonna be fucky.
You're okay. Okay, go
Alright.
ahead and keep moving.
Just a little bit.
Still okay?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Alright, you're good. So you can
I just want to do a perception check, see if I hear or see anything possible that could maybe, I don't know, fuck with us.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. So, you as you're kind of your perception, you're looking around. You notice that this tunnel right here, there's a bunch of bits and rubble coming out of it, like it's a cave-in. Same with the one over here. Other than that, you don't hear or notice anything that could be perceived as dangerous to you.
Just gonna go back now.
Well, he's doing that. Can
Give
I
a
do
little
a
okay hand signal.
Ogosh nods to you.
Somebody might want to check that other path.
What did you want to do, Jess?
While everybody's over there doing that, I'm gonna do a perception check for right here.
Okay, go ahead
to see
and
if that goes or not.
okay, go ahead and move.
Perception.
Okay, so you as you're looking around, you see a tunnel in front of you that kind of leads forward. You think you might be able to use it to get around the Hydra, but you notice it's pretty damn narrow, and you're not sure your giant wolf body will be able to make it through.
Okay, well I'm gonna.
Should be pretty close to that dropping for time-wise anyway.
Can
Yeah,
Can I still psychically talk to Visera?
No, you have to wait for him to kind of talk to you. It's basically
Like
one,
I can't keep that channel open.
not really. You have to like once you send, you can only get one thing back.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure he would probably send another thing though.
Yeah, and don't worry, you can keep
I'll just
asking.
ask for an update then.
Okay, so he
Okay,
you
so give him the
What's that?
image of mice sneaking around a cat.
okay, so you receive this image in your head of like a big creature that's kind of furry, and then you see that she's kind of sneaking around the back of it, trying to send the idea of be super friggin' stealthy.
Okay, so I think she's sneaking past it, which means we might be able to, assuming we don't want to fight it. Which
Are we
you know,
going to be able to with all these fucking birds?
I mean, if, the thing with Hydras is you have to kill all their heads at the same time, right? Like, so I mean, if we're able to do enough damage simultaneously, I think it should be alright. But
We should
I don't
probably
know.
have people behind it though. That even if we can just sneak around, like we can have
oh, never
our
hurts
stealthers
to have-
behind it, and then our tankers in front.
They can't hear you. You're in wolf form. You're across the bridge.
Oh crap! Okay, well you guys are gonna have to be smart and figure it out on your own. I'm gonna be in position.
Okay,
I know
so
I can't stealth, but
You
does
can
anyone
stealth.
else want to get into position
You-
through stealth?
TJ, you don't have to be trained in stealth to stealth. You can stealth.
You can, but just
Yeah.
the roll's going to be lower.
Yeah, exactly. You won't get the bonuses like.
Good luck, TJ.
All right, so
I think I'll just stick behind the tanks.
I think Elf Boy should see whether or not that's actually a viable stealthing strategy through there.
Elf boy, what do you want to do?
Elf Boy's sneaky.
Wait, so are we not in combat right now?
You are not in
No.
combat right now.
Okay.
No.
Well, then I should like heal.
Yeah, you have one more hit dice to spend.
I know.
Oh, beautiful. You're full fucking health, man.
Nice. And I do
blood,
have 2 coins.
blood
in
scale. I
maximum,
believe you
so-
had some hit dice left as well. Did you want to use them? Because I can consider there was a long walk down here, and that'd be a nice short rest. I'd give you it if you want to use it.
My direwolf can't get it, can it?
You can, but you have to use your regular hit die from your
Form's about to
regular
drop
form.
due to time.
You
I
have
wouldn't
about
waste the hit die on it.
yeah. You only have about 5 minutes left in Direwolf.
Okay.
Take it.
Beautiful. I think you're getting close, if not full health too. Yeah, you're nearly full health. All right, so what would you guys like to do?
I think.
Well, I think I'll let the elf get into position, and then we'll send in the 2 tanks and an army of Kenku, and then I'll saunter in behind everyone and see how it's going.
All right.
Does that sound good to everyone else?
Oh.
I wouldn't send in the birds
You,
personally.
what's that?
I wouldn't send in an army of birds personally.
You never know. When it comes to killing this thing, we might need extra hits.
We can call them in later. I would send them in along with the first wave.
That's fair.
Operation
Yeah, we'll leave them back
Shield.
for a bit.
Oh,
What's that?
What was that?
said Operation Bird Shield. Hello.
I still want to get paid at the end of this, so no.
Ogosh kind of looks at you very disapprovingly. Like,
Agorj, is there anything you can do to help us out with this? Do you know anything about the Hydra? Is there any magic you can lend us? Is there anything you can do?
Ogosh thinks about it. He looks around. Let me pull up his character sheet. Let me see what there's something he can do. Oh, hello. Somebody rolled nature. Okay, so Riftwind, you also have heard tales of Hydra. You know that pretty much everything that Vicer has said, and then you also think that maybe you remember that it's even if you damage the body, you can cause the heads to burst. Ogoj says, yes, I believe there's something I can do. And he casts mage armor on you, TJ. So now you have your target AC, which is what now?
Where I don't know.
Alright, hold on. Your AC, your armor class. So it's 11?
11.
So now it becomes 14.
Yeah. It should be It says target's base AC becomes 13 plus dexterity modifier. So that would be 14. I'm sorry.
Math.
Awesome. Alright, let's let the wolf stealth his way in.
Hold on. Then looking over to Riftwind, he nods to you and he says, wait to attack. As he casts invisibility over both you and Angus. So you guys are now both invisible, making your stealth much easier. And he says, I also have one thing I can do. I can blind the creature. But I'm afraid with this many heads, it'll be hard to blind them all. Once it gets down to a manageable number of heads, I may be able to help. I can also help with my attack spells and delusions and stuff. It is only a beast unable to see through our arcanery. And with that, he says, you, sorcerer, I can also pull you into a better position as well with my misty step. These are the things that I can do to help. I do not know how much help they will be, but I can try. And then he kind of looks around and he nods and, are you ready?
I'm ready when the elf stealths around. You figure out what's going on.
Ed, go ahead and roll a stealth and decide a place you'd like to be.
I thought he already stealth.
You pull your hip flask. You're completely invisible, so it's really hard to kind of. But you pulled this flask so many times, it's almost second nature. You pull it, take a drink, and then you get ready to roll. You are completely invisible, and then did you roll a stealth check for me? I missed it if you did.
Yeah,
no.
it was 14 on either side. Can you believe that bullshit?
Nice. Okay, that's dude, you're invisible, so that you don't even worry about it. So you can make it. You can make it successfully since the Hydra's sleeping. You can make it to here. You can even make it probably to there without disturbing the Hydra. With Angus right behind you, of course.
I just want to say I have no vision of what the fuck's going on. On the map wise.
Oh yeah, the map is hard to tell. When battle starts, I'll open up the map a little more. Let's see. That's a dead end. You find no way to go there.
Well, I only have 5 more movement, so I will go.
No, dude. Yeah, we're not in battle yet. You can move freely.
Oh.
You're okay.
I could just roll around in stealth.
Yeah, just do little jumps so I know where you're trying to go. That is a tunnel leading back the way you came.
Oh, there's a bridge, guys.
Yep.
Oh no. Is there lava underneath the bridge?
It's water. You can hear it rushing as a river. Getting a little close. Go ahead and roll another stealth check for me.
Yes, sir.
You are lucky you were invisible.
Ooh.
You kind of see across the way from you the dire wolf kind of like motioning towards you. Oh god, roll another stealth check.
God damn it!
See that?
How many
before?
heads does it have?
What's that?
It's got a bunch. It's got a
How
bunch.
many heads does it have?
Right now it has
Jess.
5
Loud.
heads. Okay.
Five.
Whoa, you are so lucky you're invisible. Keep rolling.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, go ahead and keep moving about if you'd like.
Y'all want me to start this, or what's up?
No,
Dude.
I'm growling at him at this.
Don't growl at him.
Not with noise. I'm like teeth lifting.
The wolf is trying. You see the wolf desperately trying to gesture you over to her.
All right.
Lipstick.
Don't forget, you're not very tanky, bro.
I know, but has that ever stopped me in the past?
No, but it could.
At least get up on his butt. Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus, get up on its butt.
Where's the druid at?
Oh yeah, Jesus, get that Buddha.
the
Oh,
druid.
circle.
The druid is over here.
Oh. Wow. Maybe you should
Yeah,
like
Jesus, get that Buddha.
TJ.
And then she kind of gestures to another passageway over here, which she has not been able to make it through because she's too big.
Oh, yeah. Let's send Angus first.
Okay, so Angus goes in. He's looking around. Looks safe. He kind of looks back at you and nods his little wolf head. So he kind of goes deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
Yes, sir.
You are so goddamn lucky you're invisible. Okay. Phew, holy fuck. But okay, would you like to move yourself, or are you where you want to be?
I'm thinking that I pass my turn.
Okay.
Well,
So does
that's
anybody
our
else?
turn.
Anybody else would? I think he means like some. Anybody else want to get into a
I
better
understand.
position? Shanoth is gonna.
I
He
can't see
also.
shit.
Hold on one sec. I gotta get Shanoth. His hit dice back.
Yes, it was a dark, wet cave.
He's gonna use one more. Okay, and then with that, Shanoth he's gonna kind of get here, ready to run. Ogoj goes over to you, TJ, and he whispers, he's like, "Is there a better position for you, sorcerer? I can,
I'm gonna go by Shanoth, because if he's running, I'm running.
I can get you someplace closer. I can get you in a better angle with my misty step. Is there any place you'd wish to go?"
I can't see anything right now, but I will let you know once I get in there if I see a place. If you know.
Okay, very well. All right, what do you guys want to do? Who
I'm
wants
gonna
to?
turn human.
I wouldn't yet, if I were you.
Oh, okay.
That extra hit dice, that extra HP is rather nice to have.
Yeah.
But I can't squeeze through the back.
No, but you can go from the front.
Just go after me and the monk run. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yep. I was gonna say I can try and fire a volley.
You can open up with a magical attack, yeah.
Actually, if we have anything behind it, we should let that attack, because that would be a sneak attack as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to get a
Maybe
sneak attack against the
either
Hydra.
way.
With the Hydra, because it's asleep, you can get a surprise round on it if you all attack at once. Since you guys are all prepared and it's asleep, I will give you guys a
Oh, yeah,
surprise
I'm gonna
round of
do
combat. What's that?
Okay.
Totally.
Yeah. So since you guys are ready to jump and surprise it, Ogoj also walks up. And he nods to you, and then who wants to start this shit off? I'm so excited. All right, giant wolf running in. Let's get you hit it. Bite that beautiful bean footage. All right, 12 piercing damage. So as you run up and you bite it, the one head wasn't even paying attention. You bite it right behind its neck, doing 12 points of piercing damage. As it shrieks, all of the other heads start to wake up. And Angus, Riftwind, you guys want to go since you guys are closest.
I'm ready to battle.
Hit it, bro.
How far away is this thing? Because I still can't fucking see it.
It is
40 feet.
yeah, 35 feet. I will say 30 feet for the purposes of you guys being ready, so you guys can reach it in this turn.
Okay, cool. Good enough.
Just because you guys were running when this all started, so I'm gonna go with it.
By the time that he gets his attack going, I think me and Shanna should be right there anyways.
Oh yeah.
Like as Riftwind's attacking, me and Shanos would probably make it there.
Yep. So as the bite goes in, both you and Shanoth have made it up to the Hydra, and you go ahead and start with your attack.
I thought we were waiting for. I thought Riftwind was going to attack.
Oh, you're all attacking. You're all attacking simultaneously. So.
We should still do it in order, so it's easier to figure out. But
all right. I was just saying that because I think Ed stepped away from the keyboard. Because
gotcha.
I asked him to go.
I'm just gonna go.
Oh yeah. All right, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Yeah, that nice. And so you hit it and do some more damage to it in the surprise round. And Shanoth is also going to go for a flurry of. He's going to go for a flurry of blows and getting 2 Kurosagama strikes. That hits. Another. Or actually, no. He's going to do spear strikes. This is my bad. This is me not being used to it, but so because there's no way he's going to be able to grapple this motherfucking thing. Spear. Alright, so I'm going to take... He hits with both of them, just because...
Advantage.
Yeah. Advantage in the surprise round, so he does 12 damage total. And he's also going to do one of his unarmed strike.
Punchies.
He's going to... Ooh, does that punchy land? It does not. And then he misses with the punch. Hold on, let me get some... Where the hell's my damn music?
I don't know. Same where all the light in this fucking cave is.
Hey, you guys can see...
I'm looking over at Jess's monitor. She could see fucking everything. I'm like, barely anything
That's
showing.
because they have dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm now. I should be able to see all this shit.
I can't even see the Hydra from where I'm at.
I'll open up a little more vision for you guys. So now that it's all started, so you guys can kind of see a little bit better. I don't know if we'll do this in future, but boom, there you go.
Yay.
Just because this is a really cool map. All right, with that, you guys got yours in. TJ, go ahead and... so with that, Ogos steps up to this, and he goes ahead, and he does his Eldritch Blast.
Ooh.
But he completely misses it. All right, TJ, your turn.
Fucking birds.
I will use Scorching Ray.
How many spell slots do you have at that level?
I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to check. How do I?
You're good. Okay, so go to your spells. So Scorching Ray, you have 3 of them, and you've used 2 already. So this is your last second level spell.
Oh, okay.
Oh
so
no,
it was like
you
a-
used Alter Self. You don't have any second level spells left.
Ah!
You've also used
Damn it.
Feather Fall, so you have. I'm gonna adjust these. See the slots remaining.
Uh-huh.
I'm changing them so that way you're good to go. But you still have cantrips you can cast at will, and you have 3 level 1 spells remaining.
Cool.
I'm gonna turn up the
Let's
music.
see. Another spell.
All right, so what would you like to cast?
We'll just open up with Magic Missile.
Magic Missile. All right, go ahead and roll damage, or we'll roll it.
Roll the attack.
It is
Or a magic missile.
Shazam!
Whatever.
Boom. So 9 damage. Beautiful. Good open. Did you cast? It says higher level cast.
I
Did you-
cast the level 2.
Oh, okay.
Don't
So
have
that'll.
any 2s left, do you?
You don't have any 2. You only have level 1 spells
Oh,
left.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Alright.
But you
Welcome
see,
to playing a speller.
yeah. So and that's if you wanna. So go ahead and cast it.
Ah!
All right, it is even better. Okay, cool. So you do 11 points. Also, you reach out, both finger guns blazing as you fire off 3 or 4 little missiles that come firing out of your fingers, digging into the poor creature itself. The creature's soft, crappy body. With that, all of the Kenku are all kind of sitting back and afraid. But they're kind of the 4 that you guys have bolstered are definitely in the front, looking on, as Michelangelo is going to start running across the bridge.
I didn't want the birds to fucking go.
And then
Oh, that's not Bruce, is it?
no, that's Michelangelo. We don't have a Bruce.
Okay. Brandon, I'm sorry.
It's
I
Lee.
don't think we have a
Lee.
Brandon either.
Lee.
Lee.
Wow,
And then,
that took me
Like, I know I
guys.
named one of them after the crow. I don't.
Yeah,
and
Lee.
I'm just gonna roll for Ed since Ed, are you back? You not here, buddy boy? Okay.
Roll.
For left, I did I thought it was like my turn first or some shit.
I said it, and you
That's what I
didn't.
was saying.
I told you to go, and you never did anything.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
My kid yelled at that
Right.
same minute. Cause dude, when my kid yells, he is loud.
No, I understand. So go ahead and
Just
get your
start
attacks in.
Slapping shit.
Boom shakalaka. 13. That does not hit. So Angus goes for a bite, and in a rare miss from him, misses the Hydra's back sword. Your sword does hit, though. So go ahead and roll the damage on that. So then you dig into the back of it as it shouts out. You guys have done a shitload of damage to it already. All right, now we're going to roll initiatives. All right. Okay, and so I got Ed's. I got Shanoth. Anybody go ahead and roll your initiatives, guys?
Jesus.
It's a good one. All right, and then Blaze Scale 7, perfect. And I got Shanoth. Vice got yours your initiative.
Alright. Shazow. Woo!
Oh my god! All right, and the
Oh
big
my
one.
god.
Got its initiative.
All right, that's okay. Getting the low ones out early. All right, so up first, Riftwind, you're up.
Okay, I'm here. I'm up.
Yeah,
How
you
I
got this.
just went.
Yeah, I know, because you did hide order. Oh, the bite, flanking, you do
Oh
hit.
no, the short sword definitely didn't hit.
No, they both did because you have pack tactics.
Oh, whew!
So you do 12 points of damage total. That was damn adorable. All right. And then you can also do a 5-foot step back to disengage if you want to get away from it and then run back up because of the space you're in. And Angus can also take it too because he has his own movement.
Oh, I couldn't do that? Or
Angus is much more of a man than I am.
Okay. Angus the Mangus is going to stay, and it's the Hydra's turn. So the 5 heads now all reeling up in front of you. It's spitting and snarling. Is going to make a bunch of attacks. One against the dire wolf.
Man, you get me damn eggs, damn it.
What's your AC? As the dire wolf?
14. Not good enough.
Okay, so it hits you, and then give me a strength saving throw. Oh, whoops, sorry, no, that's... you don't have to do a strength saving throw for that one. So you did... It actually is this one. So you take 13 points of piercing damage. So that's one attack.
Wait, so I take 11 points of piercing damage and 13 points of piercing damage?
No, just the 13. I clicked the wrong bite. I was on your direwolf form when I clicked it instead of the Hydra. So just 13 points of piercing damage.
Alright, so I am druid again.
Okay, and let me...
That took the 11 of the hit points. Do I need to take 2 off of my actual hit points?
Yeah. Let me get your token for you. Where did I put that thing? do. Wow. All right. There we are. Okay, I found you. You're in the GM. Copy. Yeah, so with that... I wish there was a faster way to do this. So... As it strikes you, your form slowly. You start to feel the stretching as you fall back to your own self, and you take the other 2 damages. I assume you raged before you hit it, even though you didn't say you did. Did you rage, or are you saving your rage? Nope, you did not rage.
Didn't say it. Didn't happen.
All right, so he's gonna bite you for 6 piercing damage, and then he's gonna bite Shanoth for 7 piercing damage, and then he's gonna bite Angus.
You guys, let me know if you need.
He's gonna miss Angus, and let's see, 1, 4, and then so he's gonna bite again at Angus, and he's gonna miss Angus again.
Nice.
And that brings us to Shanoth's turn, who's gonna burn his. What's that?
Really quick, can I, in response, do the Hellish Rebuke?
Yeah. Although, no, because you're changing, because it knocked you out of your shape, it's
so
going to be too hard to react as you're coming out of the shape. Because you weren't able to cast it as the dire wolf is the only reason I'm going to say no.
Okay. That's fine.
So, let's see. Shanoth is going to spend his second to last key point to do another flurry, or no, his last flurry of blows to do some spear attacks. That hits. That does not hit, so. And then his unarmed punch. That does it. Okay, so he does 6 damage total to the wicked beastie. That brings us to Scrappy, who's gonna just make a timid step forward. Lee's gonna stay where he is. Shanoth Jr. is gonna take a step forward, concerned, and then Bloodscale, your turn.
Oh boy. So what are we hitting at? Are we hitting at head or body? Somebody tell me.
If you want it, you have to claim whichever one you want to attack. You know that if you do too much damage to the body, you can burst a head anyway, but attacking a head individually will take a head off if you hit it. with
Well,
not
there was
as
something about
much
we
damage.
didn't want to burst the heads.
Yeah, you don't want to do like an insane amount of damage to it all in one turn.
All right, which one bit at me?
The middle head.
Well, pro tip: I rage.
Okay. Mark yourself as raged and start to attack.
Not that
Oh, that's bad. There it is. All right, hit it. Swing away.
Too many things popped up at
Swing
once.
away.
Actually, I have a question.
Yeah.
Can I fit this bitch in a 15-foot cone?
Oh, easily, yeah.
Now the question is, do I have my breath weapon at the moment? Or is that a long rest? Because I think I blew it early.
Yeah,
Spider.
because you guys haven't rested since the spiders.
You had a short rest. I just
you
don't know.
you took technically 2 short rests, so I'm gonna say yes, just for the fun of it.
Fucking nice.
I like the fun of it.
I'm just gonna blow shit at all the fucking heads. I don't give a fuck.
All right, perfect. Roll it. All right, so and then it's a what's the save?
Save.
Constitution for ice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Constitution save. And what's your DC on that?
That's what we always have a problem finding.
Oh wait, I figured out how to do this actually. Let me pull up your. So since you used your spell casting ability, we decided it was off of your what was it? We're gonna do charisma for your spell casting modifier. So I'm gonna change this to hold on.
Yeah, I'm not touching anything anymore.
Perfect. So the DC is gonna be 11.
We're fine.
Okay, so it barely makes it. So go ahead and roll damage. 6. So it takes 6. But each individual head also gets hit, so it does a little bit more than a lot more than 6 actually. So it's gonna do. Okay, so as you breathe at it, you do a total of 30 points of freezing damage,
damn.
and one of the heads freezes completely and falls off.
Oh shit. We have to kill the rest of the heads this turn, or else that's going to grow into 2 more heads.
All right, so that brings us to Ogoj, who's gonna go for
Well, I
another.
weakened a bunch of them, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ogoj is going to go for... He's like, wait, I remember now. And then he casts Slow on the creature.
Nice.
Wisdom saving throw on the Hydra. It's a dummy. It doesn't make it. Luckily, it didn't have advantage. And so now his speed is halved, and he takes a -2 penalty to AC, which is really good for you guys. And it has a penalty to dexterity saving throws. Can't use his reactions. Regardless of the creature's magical ability items, it cannot make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn. If the creature attempts to cast a spell, the casting time of 1 action, roll a d20 on 11 or higher. The spell does not take effect, blah, 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 blah. And then it has a wisdom saving throw on its turn to shake it off. And that brings us to Michelangelo, who's going to run all the way up and make a short sword attack.
Yeah.
Mikey would be the one stupid enough to do this.
And he totally friggin' misses. Visair, you're up.
Blah, 1 more magic missile.
All right.
Are you aiming at the body or a head?
I'm in at a head.
Okay.
Make sure we call that.
Okay, so as you blast it out, one of the slightly frozen heads kind of shakes it off. You hit it, and the head bursts. Another head down.
I don't think burst is the right term.
Oh, well, it froze. So you froze, you hit it in the top. No, it burst. The magic burst out the back of its head, and it kind of just fell off
No,
that
I mean,
neck.
because we have the possibility of the heads bursting from hitting the body too much, and that's bad.
So the magic missiles go into its eyes and kind of pop out the back of its head, and brings us to
Alright,
Riftwind. Your turn. Okay. Bye, dude.
There you
Have
go.
fun.
You know.
All right. Ed, it's your turn.
Frostbite. Which is
Eduardo, the
Is it
Edmeister. Alright, I'm just gonna go,
Hey, Jay, shh.
Ooh, okay, there we go. Your turn, dude. Sweet.
Alright.
At least you got the name, boy. At least you had it, boy.
Oh yeah, that bite hits, doing 7 damage to the back of it.
And that is
Short sword hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Not on there. Yes, I did.
So that does another 4 damage. That brings us back to the Hydra's turn, as it's missing 2 heads, but one of the heads, one of the necks bursts open with 2 more heads coming out, and he regains much less damage than you did to it. But now it's back up to 5 heads, but as it's slowed down, it only can make 1 bite attack as it reaches out and tries to bite the barbarian that did its big old frost breath against
Really
it.
quick, I'm not on the turn order.
Oh, what the hell? Where did you go?
I was number 2, like, right along by Sarah.
Yeah, no, that's weird. Normally if oh, it's because I hit delete on the piece and I didn't put it to the background. Sorry. Yeah, you had you were next to Vicer?
I did 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
I did.
Okay, no worries. Let's get you back there. Go ahead and go now. Oh, that worked.
Okay.
That's weird. I rolled 2 for you. That's just funny. Okay, go ahead and take your turn.
Alright, so... Sorry, I didn't notice that until later. I was trying to figure out why I didn't have a...
No, good call. Thank you.
There.
Thank you for that.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Poison Spray at him.
Hit it. Okay, so it's a DC 12 Constitution save. Oh yeah, he's got good Constitution. But he does take 8 points of poison damage. Alright, and so now he's gonna make the attack that I was going to against the barbarian.
Alright.
And you take a total of 11 piercing damage, reduced to 5 because of your rage. Oh, and it gets its will save to try to... Or wisdom save to see if it can break out of the slow. And what's the DC for that on that goes? It does not make its DC save. That brings us to Shanoff, who's gonna just go ahead and stab it with his spear. Because he's out of key points. What the hell? I did not mean to... What the... Oh, that was weird. My was lagging and all of a sudden dice come flying out of nowhere. Alright, so Spear Strike. Yes! Alright, so he stabs the spear into the center of the beast, doing 10 damage. Brings us to Scrappy, who's going to run up to here, and he's going to do a short bow attack. He gets out his little bow and fires. When he hits, Jesus, these Kenku are ridiculous. And he hits his arrow sticking into the fleshy part of the body. Lee, seeing what he did, loves it, and he runs up and makes another. He also goes for a short bow attack. God damn, these guys are good. Alright, and so another arrow goes flying across, sticking in the Hydra. Shanoth Jr., seeing, being inspired by that critical strike, he runs up about here, and he also is going to go, or actually, no, he's so inspired, he's going to run like right next to him. Just imagine he's fitting in the space here. And he's going to make a short sword attack. My god damn. And he's going to slice the shit out of one of the legs of the Hydra, bringing us to Bloodscale.
Oh boy. Now I got 2 heads in front of me?
Yep.
I'm just gonna hit the body at this point.
Alright, go ahead and roll the damage.
Just gonna work the body for a second.
Yeah, that hits. Oh my god. And that's 18, right?
Yeah, that's 18 because I'm raging.
Oh man.
Really quick, my screen's blacked out. Like, I can't see everything. I have to kind of move.
Oh,
my
sorry. Let me. Wait, really? There should
Yeah.
be global illumination. You should be able to see everything.
It's blocking it out as I move my token.
Oh, if you move through the walls, there's things set up for the lighting, but it shouldn't. So, let me see. Hold on. Let me go ahead and take force line of sight. There. Now you should be able to see everything.
Grazie.
Yeah. All right, and so that was some serious damage. Ogoj is gonna try again for another. What'd you call it? Eldritch Blast. He finally hits with the damn thing. And does 3 damage. And that brings us to Michelangelo, who's going to go for a stabby stab. And does 8 damage. Jesus. Alright, so this Hydra is looking super rough. Now, Visair is going to move over here, and he's going to cast some stuff when I pull up the sheet. He's got nothing left, so he'll do a Firebolt. And he misses, bringing us to Riftwind. Your turn.
What did TJ have going on?
I didn't ask. I forgot to ask.
I'm nosy, that's all.
That's okay. All right. Actually, no. Sorry. It's your turn, Zephyr.
Oh, yay.
I forgot.
Around the bike should be there now.
What's that?
Thank you, baby. We're having technical difficulties.
Oh, okay.
Missing cantrip.
Oh, gotcha.
So, I'm going to cast Frostbite.
Hit it.
He's like the same height as me.
Constitution save. Oh, goddamn. Okay, so it failed its constitution. That isn't. It has a +5 to its fucking constitution. So, on a failed save, takes 1d6, all 6 damage, of course, because you rolled really down. You rolled the max damage, of course.
And
as
disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before
Well,
the
it doesn't
end.
have weapons.
Yeah. All right, but it's looking super messed up as the frost hits the side of it and crawls over the side of its body, bringing us to Riftwind. Your turn. Eduardo, are you there?
Sorry, I'm here.
All right, it's your turn. Misses.
Well, I thought it was my turn and it
Hits.
wasn't.
Wait, he has
Awesome.
advantage.
I hate this short sword. I'm getting a new sword, I swear
Doesn't
to God.
matter. He hit. He just sucked in damage.
Oh yeah, no, pack tactics. You're absolutely right. So
So that means bite would work at least.
yeah. All right. So how do you want to do this?
It's probably gonna be bad because after it dies, the heads are probably gonna pop and we're all gonna take damage.
Ed, how do you wanna kill this?
Oh,
Flavor
I mean,
text.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Angus gonna fucking bite one of the heads, right? And I'm gonna run up the back and just stab in the spinal column right where they all come together.
Okay. All right. So as it's flailing around, it's being frozen. It's being assaulted from all sides from all of these things. So as it's going about, Angus grabs onto one of its heads and drags it down, like pulling it down to its level, while the rest are flailing about, snapping wildly. You run up the neck, jump into the air, and bring both of your swords down in the center of it. And then as they reach some resistance as you land, and you push in extra hard, and bam! You feel it, the heart shot. You hear that from every single head, all 5 of them shouting out in chorus as they all... The legs underneath you buckle. You hold on as it hits the ground, and all the heads flop over. You have killed the Hydra.
I want to throw it in the goddamn river as fast as I can.
All right, give me a strength check, and Shanoth is going to help you. He's not going to be
Or
much help.
not.
So
He's gonna hinder me.
he's very so as you go to pull it, Shanath also grabs ahead, and he's pulling north, and you're pulling south, and you kind of get a little mixed up. But then you're just like, "Ugh," and you give it an extra tug, and you pull it, knocking it into the river, and the current kind of pushes the Hydra along. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
I don't know what happened.
Ty, I don't think that's where we should end tonight's session, Ty.
Well, I'm the GM, so too bad.
Tell us whether or not we got to level 5.
Well, if you give me a fucking second, you just defeated a Hydra. Of course you made it to fucking level 5. Come on.
All I wanted to know. I just wanted to know if I got my second attack.
You know, you impatient man. No, yes, you've all now successfully reached level 5. You've managed to keep all of the Kenku alive.
I joined late. Maybe you should still be at 4 and just really close to 5.
No, he means the party, technically. No, you all make it to level 5.
Late. I mean, you know.
You all make it to level 5. You've kept all of the Kenku miraculously alive. Of course, the Kenku have helped a little bit with that. They're fucking
So
ridiculous.
how about we like crowd into this giant cave in the corner?
Do you guys want to? You guys want to take a set up for a long rest and?
Yes, please.
All right, so you all kind of huddle into the back of this. It's not quite big enough for all of you, so the Kenku they all find their own way over here. Shanoth helps them. He goes over with them, loving him a lot because he's Shanoth and a big adorable
Actually,
doofus.
nap over here.
Okay, so
in
you
the
nap
middle.
in the middle, kind of keeping watch as the Kenku all kind of
Definitely got first watch as always.
puddle about, and then there we go. Fucking so many Kenku.
By the way, thanks a lot, Dix. I wanted to try to skin that Hydra, but just kick it in the river or whatever.
Something. If you do too much damage to the body, the heads burst, and you really don't want them to burst. I'd much rather get it the fuck away from us before that happens.
All right, so you get. I got to get you out of the wall there.
Something about paying attention earlier.
So you guys all kind of huddle in. You take the first watch. Nothing happens. I was actually going to give you one little thing, but it didn't roll that way. All right, so and then so you guys all get a full rest, and we'll pick it up next session with you all having a full long rest.
Nice.
Woo!